Hey guys, today we are going to discuss the topic of periodic classification of elements. As this is a vast chapter, it may take even 2 or 3 videos. So let us start. We'll discuss what is meant by classification and how does this happen, what is the history behind this. So by 1800 there were only around 35 to around 36 elements known. By 1850 it increased to 63 elements. So as number of elements were increasing, there was a need to classify elements. So at that time, scientists were eager to classify elements into tables, graphs, etc. So many scientists came forward and made their contributions about classification of elements in their methods or styles. Some people were classifying them into tables, some were classifying them into graphs, groups, etc. So first came Dauvergne. This was called Dauvergne law of triads. So what is meant by triads and what does this law define? So let us write the definition. Elements of similar properties taken in ascending order of the atomic weights. At that time there was no atomic number, so atomic weights. Then the atomic weight of middle element is the average of weights of other two elements, first and third element, other two elements. I'll give an example. Take a screenshot and note down. So first example, lithium, sodium, potassium. Okay. Atomic weight of lithium 7. Atomic weight of potassium 39. So atomic weight of sodium is atomic weight of first element 7 plus atomic weight of third element and their average equals 46 by 2 equals 23. Got? Okay. So this was Dauvergne law of triads. There are many more examples, so you will find them in your textbooks or workbooks. Practice them. This was the main definition of Dauvergne law of triads. Now comes second law, that is Newland law of octaves. Newland law of octaves. Before writing this, I forgot to say the demerits of Dauvergne law of triads. So let us write demerits. Demerits or limitations of Dauvergne law of triads. Dauban here. First one, all the elements at that time almost 63 elements were known. That time were not able to form triads. Okay. Second one, this law was not applicable for elements with large atomic mass, atomic weight or very low atomic weight. Okay. Third one, as new methods of finding atomic weights were found, this rule was not sustained for more period. Okay. These are limitations of Dauban law of triads. Sorry for the handwriting, but I said you right. You can note down. Take a screenshot. Now we'll go for Newland law of octaves. Newland law of octaves. Okay. Newland law of octaves. We'll write definition. Elements when taken in ascending order of the atomic weights, they fall into a pattern where every first element resembles its properties with eighth element. Eighth element. So, like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, ga, ni, sa. As music series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again it repeats with eighth element. Sa, like that. This will be given in your textbook. What do you mean by this is this one. So this is a definition of Newland law of octaves. But this law had many demerits. We'll discuss about it. Note down the definition and we'll go for demerits of this law. Demerits, limitations. Okay, the first demerit was two elements were fitted in the same slot. that is cobalt and nickel. Cobalt, nickel. I'll give you down here the table. You can go through this. You'll get to know cobalt and nickel. Second one, certain elements. Certain elements with dissimilar properties. Dissimilar properties. Dissimilar properties were fitted in same group. Okay, and last one, this table, this periodic table did not leave any space for upcoming elements. So that periodic table did not leave any space for discovering elements which were to be discovered in the future. It did not leave any space. So these three were the main demerits of Newland law of octaves. Now we'll go for the main periodic table, which led to a contribution of our modern periodic table. This was the base. So Mendeleev periodic table. Mendeleev periodic table. Okay. Salient features of Mendeleev periodic table. What were the features? First one, groups in his periodic table. First, take a look of his periodic table. I'll give here. So groups, there were 8 vertical groups, denoted by Roman numbers, Roman numericals 1 to 8, and these 1 to 8 had subgroups A and B. These resembles properties of each other. So groups, then comes the periods. There were 7 horizontal rows called periods, represented by Arabic numericals, Arabic numericals 1 to 7. Periods differ in properties with each other. Differ in properties. Different properties. Okay, these two. Then these two everyone knows. Next one. unknown elements. So this guy Mendeleev, he predicted unknown elements at that time, which were not discovered at that time, but he discovered the elements using periodic law, which I'll tell after this. He discovered the elements, and he said he added eka before it, eka. So predicting unknown elements, he predicted the properties of undiscovered elements by adding prefix eka. This is a Sanskrit word. So eka aluminium, eka aluminium was gallium, eka silicon was germanium. In his periodic table, he gave like eka aluminium and eka silicon. Later, with some atomic properties such as atomic weight, electronegativity, those all. And after discovery, it came to true that gallium and germanium were having similar properties. Gallium was having similar properties of aluminium, and germanium was having similar properties of eka silicon. At that time, what he gave, it was correct. So this was a salient feature. And next was fourth one, right? Correcting atomic weight of elements. He corrected atomic weights of some elements such as beryllium, indium, and few more. So this was one of the salient feature. So beryllium, what he did is, so at that time atomic weight was found by equivalent weight into valency. So that time experimentally equivalent weight of beryllium was 4.5, and that time valency was given as 3, so it was around 13.5. Okay, so he corrected, he said that 13.5 is wrong, and he said valency of beryllium was 2, so it comes 4.5 into 2, that is 9. 9 was atomic weight of beryllium. Like this, in this manner, he corrected few more atomic weights of some elements at that time. And last one, missing gaps for undiscovered elements. He left gaps for undiscovered elements. As you saw in his periodic table, he left gaps for undiscovered elements which were discovered. For them, he left gaps. So this was one of the salient feature, and only this much, and only a few demerits or limitations were there. Demerits or limitation. First one was anomalous pair of elements. So anomalous pair of series, some elements such as tellurium, which was having atomic weight around 127, was placed before indium, not indium, iodine, which was having atomic weight of 126. Tellurium was placed before indium, but indium was having lesser atomic weight when compared. So this was one of the demerits, and other was dissimilar elements were placed in same group, such as 1A and 1B. So in 1A there were elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, and in 1B there were elements which were resembling to these properties, fluorine, etc., etc. So but manganese was placed in between them, which were not having any property resembling to this. So this was one of the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. So the last one, as I forgot to say before, it was periodic law. I said I'll say at last periodic law. What is meant by periodic law? The physical and chemical properties of elements. The physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of the atomic weight, not number, weight. That is periodic law. So this was given by Mendeleev. By this law, he predicted the unknown elements, and he classified elements in his periodic table. So this is an important law. It will be asked for 2 marks questions in your boards. So what does this atomic weight, periodic functions and atomic weight mean? So he classified elements in his periodic table with help of atomic weight. So atomic weight was a fundamental quantity which he took for classifying elements. So he given the law as periodic functions of the atomic weight. What does this mean is, atomic weight was a main property which he used to classify elements and place the elements in his periodic table. That's it. So that's all for today. I'll be doing the next video on modern periodic table and the last third video on periodic properties of elements, and these three videos will be completing our periodic classification of elements. Thank you.